guys, and welcome back to my State of the Game, where I talk about the Division from a player's point of view. Try and do this every week, and this week we do have some new news. Maybe on Thursday we'll actually have even more news, at least they've alluded to that. And they, of course, being community developers, so on and so forth. So, we all know about the upcoming patch that's coming. You probably, unless you've been hiding under a rock, know that that is actually going to be dropping here pretty soon. So, the patch is coming is going to be called 1.2, okay? And it's going to be named Conflict. So a couple of things that we know now today is the names of some of the new gear sets. These names are Final Measure, which is a new defensive set, Hunter's Faith, which is a new long range or probably sniper set, Predator's Mark is a new support set, and Lone Star is a DPS gear set. We don't have any more details beyond that, but those are the 4 new sets that are going to be available in 1.2. Some of the things that have been revealed is the new incursion. It's called Clear Sky, and instead of you dealing with the cleaners, you're actually going to be dealing with Rikers. So, that is what that is. Also, there's going to be bounties in the PvE landscape. So basically, they're going to go out. There's an exploit where people were farming certain named bosses over and over and over again to get a lot of credits and drops and things like that. So they basically, well, they didn't take it, but basically what they did was they made it so that whenever you kill a named boss in the PvE area of the division, that it would no longer respawn. So to give you something to do in the regular world, out in the beautiful, and I actually said this, I believe, in my previous State of the Game, that the game is very beautiful, the world is very rich, there's a lot of detail in it, it's very, awesome in that aspect, but there's not a whole, lot of reason to go out and see it or explore it. So now what they're going to do is they're basically going to put these bounties out where you can go out and there'll be a named person and you can go out and kill them. And these will reset. I'm sure there'll be like daily and weekly ones. Again, not a lot of details, just some teaser information. One of the big changes, though, that's coming that there's a lot of people talking about. There's a lot of controversy over that. Is Dark Zone hijacking of extractions. So what that means is when someone goes up and, many someones go up and they put their loot on an extraction, someone can go up and go rogue and cut the rope, dropping all that loot on the ground. Now, there's 2 sides of that. A lot of people are sitting there going like, is this good? Is this bad? Everyone's yelling, Grievers, and the Dark Zone's already crazy. Personally, I feel that's awesome. I love that. I love the chaos that could probably ensue from that. With one caveat, it needs to take some time for that line to be cut. I don't think it should be an instantaneous thing. If it is, I'll see maybe how they balance that, or if they're going to have to go back and fix it later. Because I don't think that should be like an instant thing. You just walk up, boom, all loot's on the ground, grab it, run. It seems very bad. So hopefully it takes like a few seconds or 5-10 seconds, something like that, for someone to go up there and actually cut the line. That way you have time to react or try and kill them while they're cutting the line. Otherwise, there's going to be some problems. One is that anyone walking towards that line is going to get killed that's not on your team. Which could be bad. Things like that. So, overall, though, I feel like it's something that's going to add to the tension, it's going to add to the flavor, to the Dark Zone, and I'm for that. Another thing, again, we don't know the details on this yet. This is just a few little things they've dropped, is Dark Zone sealed caches. So named enemies in the Dark Zone, let me enunciate, right? And the Dark Zone can now drop sealed caches that contain mystery items. What exactly that means, if it's just a sealed cache and it goes into your inventory and has to be extracted, and it's just a mystery item that you're extracting, I don't know. Or if it's a sealed cache that's on the ground and then you have to unlock it, you can't just run over and pick it up instantly. It's kind of like the crates that drop out of the sky currently. That it takes a little bit of time to unlock it and then you get items. Not really sure how that works. So that'll be interesting. A couple other things we also know is new high-end weapons. There's going to be a Hungry Hog M60 LMG, a Centurion M1911 pistol, Medieval, it's a, what is it? Basically, it's the AA-12 shotgun. So, a semi-automatic shotgun, or maybe automatic shotgun. And then we have the Historian M1A MMR. So that's going to be interesting. See what those high-end weapons look like, how they feel, how they're balanced or unbalanced. You'll notice that, and that doesn't mean there won't be, but in this list here, there are no SMGs. So I think they're trying to give more powerful, maybe high-end weapons out there, maybe named weapons. We'll see. We'll see exactly, how that happens. So those are just some of the details we've learned about today. We've also learned that the date, right? The date, May 24th, is when that is going to drop. So that's coming up. That's literally next week. Oh my god, right? Um, I'm really looking forward to this update. There's a lot of things. Again, we don't know all the details. We haven't seen all the patch notes. There could be more things included. We already know that, Phoenix credits are going to go up to 2,000 that you can store and other things like that. So there's a lot of changes coming, but those are some of the new changes that actually just got announced today. We'll have to see how that all happens, how it all works out. Again, the biggest thing, and I'm going to come back to this, is the Dark Zone, for me anyway. The biggest thing is the Dark Zone hijacking of extractions. Personally, just my initial reaction to that is awesome. I love the tension of the Dark Zone. I love the craziness of the Dark Zone. I love just everything about that. It's really, really fun. And I've learned to, I guess you can't take it too seriously, right? At the same time, like I've had people go up and I'll die over and over again. And I'll be even going maybe against 4 rogues, and I'll be just trying. And people are like, man, why are you trying? What's going on, man? Aren't you losing some... I'm like, yeah, I lose a little XP, and maybe I gain it back by killing them, which happens sometimes a lot. And, things like that. And it's the rush of trying, of putting yourself in impossible situations, not against AI, but against other players, trying to outsmart them, outflank them. And when you go up against 4, sometimes it's even mega groups. Like the other day I was fighting, there's probably 8, maybe 10 other players just camping. I kid you not, camping a checkpoint and killing everyone that came out of it. And to be able to go out there and kill one, even if I died, I was still ahead by killing one manhunt guy, right? And rushing out there, maybe dying a couple times, then getting another kill, and it's craziness. And it's fun, and it's intense, and I love that about the Dark Zone. So I think that bringing hijacking of the extractions into the Dark Zone is going to make it that much more intense. It's going to make it that much more crazy. Again, I would love to know the exact specifics of how that mechanic works. We don't know yet. And I'm very curious to see that. And I might change my view if the mechanics of that are poor. I don't know. But all in all, I like tension in the Dark Zone. It's a lot of fun, like no other game. So, that's awesome. And again, bringing up these high-value targets and bounties evidently you're going to be able to get in PvE area is going to be awesome. A lot of people, not myself, but other people I've seen complain, hey, I don't want to go in the Dark Zone. The Dark Zone's crazy. Bring me more PvE stuff. And it looks like that's going to be there with that. Plus, obviously, a new incursion. That's PvE, not PvP. So that's going to be nice. Plus, the incursion guarantees 240 drops, which will still be the highest level in the game. Every time you complete it on challenge mode, you're going to get a 240 drop. 214 if you complete it on hard mode. And you'll get double the first time you complete it for the week. So that's cool. So you can basically get guaranteed 240 drops by doing the new incursion over and over again. Which, that'll be awesome. You don't have to go to the Dark Zone to level up. If you don't like the Dark Zone, if, let's say, maybe you don't like the Dark Zone because you feel you're underpowered, right? You're undergeared. Go run the incursion zone. Get geared up, then maybe go play in the Dark Zone, or, whatever you want to do. It's fine. So, I'm really looking forward to this new content. I hope you guys are as well. Beyond that, I guess I really don't have too many complaints currently beyond my normal ones. Lag is there sometimes. And actually, one little comment before I leave. We were on a server that was just crazy. I don't know how many people were on it. It just seemed like it was the most packed server I had ever seen in a long time, and many other people had seen in a long time. So, I have a theory. This theory is wild, crazy, and out there, and may, I cannot stress this enough, 3,000,000% may not be true, okay? This is just a personal musing, okay? Personal musing, cannot stress enough, may not be true, okay? Personal musing. This is all this is. Whenever they went through, they did a podcast a little bit back, and they were talking about the differences in their servers and how they all worked, and not really the differences, but the inner workings of those, I should say. They talked about how all the NPCs and stuff like that are controlled server side. And when they do that, of course, it puts strain on the server, which is fine. But and loot is server side, and so many things are server side. Some things are client side, like movement and other things like that, and the server verifies it after the client does it. They have lag compensation, which needs to be adjusted badly. Oh my god, oh so bad. Anyway, but that's a whole other topic. What I'm thinking of, what they might be doing to reduce lag, is basically instead of having all these instances on the same physical box, right? I mean, who knows? I'm just speculating. Let's just say, for example, let's say that a physical cluster is running 20 Dark Zone instances. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that's the number at all, or even in the same ballpark, but this is just for numbers instances. Okay? Just for, just for the sake of conversation, I should say. So, let's say that cluster is running 20 instances. That means that it has to accommodate the players, all the NPCs, loot going on, different things like that. It might be advantageous for them, actually, to say, let's only run 10 instances on that server, but let's make it so that we can actually put just as many players as you would have had in those 20 instances, and let's move them across those 10 instances on that server. So now you have dark zones that actually have a lot more people in them all at once. But the server doesn't have to, control, generate, monitor all the NPCs from those other 10 instances that are no longer running. So it's going to free up resources. And there's even the possibility that it would be much more efficient, and you could get more people playing on the same physical cluster than you had before by basically dumping more people into a single Dark Zone instance. And the performance would be better. Because now, instead of the server having to sit there and run 20 instances, of the Dark Zone with all the NPCs that it's controlling and all this other stuff, now it only has to run 10, and it can handle maybe more players. I don't know. It's just a thought. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm sure they've done a lot of scaling and they've tried to figure these things out. But it was crazy. I've never seen that many people in a single server at once. It was insane. So, again, this is just a personal musing. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm not saying that's what's happening. Anyway, looking forward to new content. I am going to probably, and this is 99.9% likely, I'm probably going to make another video talking about what's upcoming in 1.2 when they release even more information on Thursday. And if they release gameplay footage, that is so going to be in the video. So, look forward to that. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please like and subscribe.